to me if I do. Tired of hearing excuses you're making. Future is set, it is mine for the taking. Spending all my time living all I've made up. I need to wake up. Holding my breath until you're gone. Anywhere that is far from you. You only wanted me to fail. Oh, I'm this way because
Welcome back to AutoReview, but before we get to the car, please hit the subscribe button and activate the bell symbol so you're informed when there is a new video coming out. So, today I'm going to present you the 2017 Mazda CX-5 with the biggest diesel engine we have. So, the Mazda CX-5 comes with a variety of engine choices, both petrol and diesel, from 150 to 194 horsepower. As I mentioned, this one is the biggest diesel with 175 horsepower at 4,500 RPM, a maximum torque of 420 Newton meters at 2,000 RPM, 0 to 100 time in 9 seconds, and a top speed of 209 kilometers an hour. The CX-5 starts in Switzerland at 28,900 Swiss francs. The one which we have here, the 2.2 liter diesel, with all the equipment on board, would be 49,900. So let me show you as usual the first row, second row, the boot, and then we hit the road. Enjoy! Alright, so CX-5 from inside, what do we have as usual if you've seen the videos from left to right? So we have the electric, folded, heated mirrors, adjustable obviously electric with blind spot assistant, the windows in automatic on all four spots, which is great. Then on the left we have the opening for the tailgate, the electric tailgate, traction control on and off, lane departure on and off, i-stop on and off, parking sensors on and off. Then on the bottom to open the hood as well as the fuel cap. Then quite big compartments on the doors, fit 1.5 liter bottles as well. And we have electric seats which can be adjusted obviously in all settings. We have memory function in two possibilities, so you have driver and a second driver. Then steering wheel adjustable in reach and rake obviously. On top we have the head-up display which opens and closes every time you turn on and off the car. I could just leave it open and maybe have it in the settings where it actually you can by default say keep it open or keep it closed. Not so sure how often this will work. I rather keep it simple, so keep it simple, stupid. It should be just fixed in this position. Then dashboard and instrument cluster, kind of sporty way. We have left the RPM. In the middle we have central, the big one, the speed, and on the right we have the trip computer which gives us different information. On the left side as well we have then the gear selector, so it shows us which gear we have in. Now if we put in reverse gear, you'll see we have quite a small screen, we're going to come back to that in a moment, with kind of very distorted camera. You have obviously the supporting lines when you turn. Alright, so on the left side we have auto lights, we have really good lights, especially I was driving in the night, I really enjoyed them. I believe you should not buy any car without LED or at least xenon lights. Do not please buy any car with halogen lights, if you can avoid it. Again, the screen in the middle, and now let me take out my iPhone 6 Plus, and if I put it in front here you will see it's just a little bit bigger than my iPhone 6 Plus, which means it's quite small in my opinion. I would prefer a much bigger screen. There is obviously space here, the CD slot, not sure if it has to be there. It would have been nice if there would have been a bigger screen. Then we have the air vents, which I like from design, which are kind of metal feel to it. Not quite sure if they're really metal or not, but they do feel like it. Then what I like is central hazard light, which is always good. Start stop button, you can just leave the key in your pocket. We have heated seats, driver and passenger in 3 settings. We have as well heated seats in the back, I'll show you in a moment. We have a heated steering wheel. However, with the steering wheel, it only heats this area where you have basically the stitching here. So the one around the center, top and bottom are not heated at all, just FYI. Then air conditioning on the bottom, left and right separate. We have a 12-volt power socket. However, there's no USB ports here. Quite a big pocket to put, for example, your phone, keys or whatever. 6-speed automatic gearbox with a manual function if you shift to the left, plus towards you, minus away from you. Then electronic parking brake with auto hold function, very good, I really like that. Then as well, something that is something to get used to, we have the volume rocker, which is good that it's a physical one, not the touch one. However, it's here in the center console, not in the middle somewhere. In the first 1-2 days I was always trying to get it here until I got used to it. Then the central rocker to go through the menu, push left, right, up, down, in and out, reverse button or basically go back, favorites, music, menu and navigation. So you have some shortcuts buttons, which is good. 2 cup holders, armrest which you can slide forward, so it's pretty much far away. And once you open it, you have a little compartment, SD card slot, 2 USB ports and a 12-volt power socket, little tray on top and quite a deep one inside. Mirror that dims itself in the evening for all the people who have glasses. Then mirrors as well in the sunshades for driver and passenger, illuminated. And that's pretty much it for the first row. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Glove box, rather on the smaller side. However, again, as I mentioned every video, just leave the board book at home. You don't need it, read it and then leave it at home. All right, so that's it. Let's check the second row. Right, so CX-5 second row. Seat is adjusted to me in the front. I'm 184 tall. You've seen I have plenty of headroom in the front and I have more than enough in the back as well. Just so you can see how wide the doors open, I would say like 82 degrees, something like that. Let me close them. So to open a door, lock the door obviously, electric window which opens. Then we have a compartment where you can put a bottle or smaller items, which is good. On the back side of the front seats we have the pockets for magazines and smaller items. Then ventilation in the back, we can just close it and open it and channel it towards, you know, the face or the body. However, it's a dual zone, so you can't adjust the temperature in the back. Headrests are okay from the size. As you can see, it pretty much until the end of my head. We have as well 3 headrests, but you see the one in the middle doesn't really open that far and you shouldn't be too tall. Then we have an armrest with 2 cup holders and heated seats in 3 settings. As I mentioned, we have heated seats in the front and on the outer seats in the back. Once we open it, we have as well 2 USB ports and a little compartment. However, everything is good and fine if you have 4 people in the car. What happens if you have a 5th person and you would like to turn on and off the seats or the USB ports, you would like to use them? Won't work. It would have been better if they have just put them here in the center console. Then obviously you can fold down the seats 1/3 and 2/3, and you can as well move it here, the incline of the back seats, to make it a little bit more comfortable or a little more upright. Then lights in the middle for reading, 2 separate ones, handles, hooks on the left and right, and that's pretty much it. Comfortable, spacious. However, even though I really like that they are heated seats and USB port, I think the placing of them in the armrest wasn't that good if you have 3 people, for example 3 children in the back. Alright, let's check the boot. Alright, so the CX-5 from the back, and I have just seen an older model on the way here which had the different lights. So these lights remind me of the MX-5 with the round one here. Just check the MX-5 online and you'll see what I mean. From the size, we have quite a big car, even though it's supposed to be a compact SUV, so I'm not quite sure what everything below that, maybe micro SUV and super micro small SUV. So this one is the compact class, believe it or not. So what do we have? We have the black or tinted rear lights, red and white, CX-5 all-wheel drive, obviously it's all-wheel drive, Sky Active technology. Then on top we have the shark fin, we have the tinted windows from the B-pillar onwards, then the parking sensors, the fog lights, and the dual exhaust on the left and right. Huge Mazda logo in the middle. Once we open it, we have electric tailgate. You'll see the camera. Again, not protected from the environment, so if you drive in rain, you might have a dirty camera. So what I do like is we have this integrated cover that slides up actually, and here we have a net, so even if the boot is open and you're sitting in the front, you can still look through and see what's happening behind the car. Boot space 477 liters in this constellation, and you have the remote unlock of the seats from the left and right, so we have 2/3, 1/3. You can extend it. This one comes with an optional rubber mat in case you have, for example, a dog, or you go hiking and you have dirty boots, you can just put it on top. So that's pretty much it. Let me just close the gate. And obviously we have it as well with the key. It works with the key as well. Tailgate is closed. Let's get inside and drive. Let's drive the CX-5. But first of all, I would like to thank Bettschen, who provided this car to me. You'll find all the information in the link below. And yeah, so what do I think about it? So I was driving this car for the last 4 days. I had it a little bit longer than usual. And I really like this road here because it always shows, and I never forget about the cruise control. And as I mentioned, you can have the cruise control from 25 kilometers an hour, which is great. So here we go, lowest is 25. Really, thumbs up for that, all I have. Because a lot of cars only start at 40. 30 would be fine, but 25 is amazing. Now, fuel consumption, let's do that one first so we don't forget about it. I drove the car now for 395.6 kilometers, so 400 kilometers, and I had an average of 5.9. Pretty much the whole time 5.8. It just got up a little bit over the last day because I was driving a little bit faster on the highway, around 120. And in general, the whole test, I had this car, I was driving quite a lot of highway, as you know, my usual drive to work, which is approximately 65 kilometers one way. And there I had speeds anything between 100 to 125 as per the dashboard, which will be in reality 120. And yeah, the car is really good. Again, it's a diesel. And that's the thing what I always mention about diesels. A lot of people are very concerned about owning a diesel now or buying a new diesel. In my opinion, even you coming from Germany, it doesn't matter, or anywhere in Europe, because no country will be able to ban diesels immediately and on the spot. It will take time, and I don't think we have to worry about the next 5 years. And still, if you drive a lot, so let's say 20,000, 25, 30,000 kilometers a year, I think a diesel is just making more sense, especially because of the diesel consumption. Now, if you would drive this car, obviously you can get it as a petrol version as well, with the biggest petrol version being 194 horsepower. I doubt you'll be able to get anywhere close to 5.9 liter on average, and Mazda claims 5.8 as a, you know, on average combined, which is actually a combined figure with quite a lot of higher speeds. So lowest I had was 5.7, and then it got up to 5.9, so which is a really good figure in my opinion for a car that has a 2.2 liter 175 horsepower engine that produces 420 newton meters of torque. Now it's a little bit warm, let me put it down to 22. Now, drive comfort, it's good, really it's good, especially on the highway. Obviously you sit elevated, the suspension is nice, it's obviously not sporty, so there's no change in the suspension, there's no adaptive suspension here or anything like that. It is what it is, but it does a good job. Obviously you have a little bit of body roll because the car is elevated if you drive through corners a little bit faster. only point I think that would be a little bit worth, maybe not criticizing, but mentioning, is the brakes. Because the car is so big and heavy, if you go in higher speeds and then you, for example, go off the highway and you have to slow down, it feels like the brakes could be a little bit bigger. Like it wouldn't hurt if the brakes would be a little bit bigger or more powerful, because then you feel the weight of the car trying to be decelerated, right? But it's nothing that I feel, okay, it's not safe or anything like that. It's just a feel in the pedal that I had. Then, other point that, my opinion, is worth criticizing is the screen. Even though it's good, it works, navigation is fine, I had no issues whatsoever, as well as you have the navigation on this head-up display, and it gives you all the information. Even the blind spot assistant shows on the head-up display. You feel it in the steering wheel. I think it's too small. Yeah, for 2017 going nearly into 2018, I think the screen needs to be bigger. Everything is multimedia. It does Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. There's no issue with that. However, just the screen real estate could be bigger. Another point is the lane departure assistant. It works. You see the car steers itself. However, it is different, for example, from some other manufacturers that I tested. Just check out the Volvo XC60 that I tested, which pretty much drives itself. Yeah, it goes through really harsh corners. I mean, this one pretty much goes only straight and keeps it a little bit in the lane. Now you see it now. And it starts shouting and screaming, put your hands back on the wheel after 8 seconds, while other manufacturers need 10, 12, 13 seconds before they're actually going to do something. This one right away alerts you. It doesn't like it at all. It pretty much just helps you, okay, hey, go a little bit left, go a bit right, but in like really corners that you need to steer through, while, for example, the Volvo was doing it by itself, here you really have to do it. It will not do it for you. Now, pickup is really good. Again, 9 seconds to 100, 209 kilometers an hour top speed, and 420 Newton meters of torque at 2000 RPM. So pretty much from the bottom of the ref range, not at 1000, but from 2000, you have all the torque you need. So it will be a great car for towing things as well. Now, space-wise, no issue whatsoever. Seats are very comfortable. I really like them. Leather is really comfortable as well. I like that. Everything else is easy to reach. Again, the volume rocker is something to get used to. I would have preferred it to be here somewhere, but it works. Everything is basically central. Armrest would be nice if it could go a little bit forward, but if you do it like this, you put your arm or your hand on the gear lever and then the elbow on the armrest. It works fine. Now, parking sensors we found, obviously, I bet, and everything else, there's nothing to criticize really. Now, engine choices, petrol or diesel, this is up to you. Again, this car, from the size, it starts at 28,900 francs, which is actually a reasonable price if you consider how big the car is and how much space you get with it. Obviously, if you want to have it equipped with leather seats and driver assist systems, in this one, for example, the only thing missing, and there's an old CX-5 with a different rear lights. So the only difference in this one, which is missing, is the adaptive cruise control. So it doesn't have the front radar to keep actually distance, and it doesn't have the panoramic roof, which you could have as an option. Other than that, it's pretty much everything you can get, and I enjoyed driving it. There's nothing else to say about it. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell button so you're informed about any new videos coming out. If you have any question, just put them in the comment fields and I'll try to answer them. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the intro of the video as well. I tried something different this time. And again, thank you very much, Bettschen, who provided this car to me. Again, link in the description. And I wish you a great day. See you in the next video. Bye.